I'm Veruscawalker and welcome to my channel. Father's Day is just around the corner, and I know many of us will not be able to celebrate with our loved ones this Father's Day, especially here in Australia. But I want to share with you some ideas. So if you can celebrate with your family, maybe you can make a big barbecue. Or you can just make a little one and send it as a gift. Look, I'm gonna share with you a lot of tips and tricks. It's a lot of fun. You can involve a whole family. The kids will love. You can make all the edible items for the barbecue together. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy this video. Please don't forget to follow, leave your feedback. Press the bell so you get notified when I release new videos. Thank you so much for your support. Enjoy the video! So my inspirations, they come of course from items, and here in Australia this type of Weber is very common. You can have mini ones like that in 3 legs, and then you have these big ones, and that's usually where my inspirations come from. Sometimes even kids toys sometimes sparkle a massive inspiration. So our first step in here is to choose our balls. So I went to Kmart and I found these clear plastic balls, and they are perfect for this project. It's very important to know the size of your lid, because this will determine the size of your cake and your base. So talking about the base, on this video I'm going to show this idea. Of course you can make the cake straight on the board, but I'm showing this idea so you can understand this structure. It allows you to make a perfect round Weber, a perfect round barbecue, but also allows you to create a base where you can add legs. So if you want to have your cake up from the board in 3 legs or 4 legs, this base is the idea. So what I'm showing you is the basic idea for a 3D cake, and by having this little piece of styrofoam on the base of your board, not only allow you to have this perfect sphere, but allows you to pick up the cake or to construct a structure on this. So for instance, the big ones, and you're gonna see on my next videos, you can add the legs at the base of this board. So of course, the bigger the cake, the bigger the board, the bigger the styrofoam underneath. You could even make the base with Rice Krispies. So when you have the base of the cake, the process is the same as you would for all the cakes, any size. You add the cake, you carve the cake on a round shape of a sphere, and you ganache. You do the crumble first, then you ganache. Very smooth, nice and smooth. I love these plastic smoothers because they allow for my cake to be super clean and smooth. And then when I refrigerate, when it's nice and firm and cold, I turn the cake upside down and I carve a little bit inside. I took a little bit of the cake inside. It's not necessary, but I took a little bit because we're gonna have a little bit of fun with the marshmallow. I'm going to add some marshmallows to look like heat beads. So then I ganache the inside. I even add a little bit of black fondant on the inside. You turn your cake upside down and you cover with red fondant or any color you want, black fondant. And then I just did some decorations around the lid, and then we add the marshmallow. To make the marshmallow look super realistic, to look like heat beads, I just got my mini marshmallows, put in a plastic bag with some black dust, give a little bit of shake, and add it to my cake. And then I use my torch and I burn the marshmallows, and it makes it look super realistic. The smell is divine. I wish I could put on this video the smell, because the house smells delicious, but it makes it look so realistic. So I have a lot of fun doing that. You can even add a little bit of red fondant between the marshmallows to look like the beads are very hot and red. For the lid, like I told you, we're gonna use the plastic ball. So we have a lot of different methods in here that we could use. You could just spray paint, or you can cover with fondant, or you can even put chocolate inside. So especially one of the little barbecues, I made the lid with chocolate, and it's super simple. You just cover your lid inside with chocolate and let it dry, and then you take it out and you have this really nice lid made of chocolate that we can break together. You need the handle for the big ones, and you can buy this for $2 at the Bunnings or your hardware store. And for that we have to make 2 little holes on a plastic lid. And it's super easy. You just put a little bit of Tyler's glue on a lid, and you put your fondant around, or you could even put a Crisco on your lid. So as you can see, I just did a little decoration around the lid, and then I just done my gooey glue that I call gooey glue. Some people call ganji. I just mix a little bit of water to the fondant, and then when you add it's really good to connect pieces of fondant, and when it dries the same color. So it just gives a very nice realistic look. And then I'm just adding little decorations. You can take the inside out, so you can, see inside. The more detail you add, the more realistic it will look. And the same process for the small plastic ball. Just cover with fondant. I made 2 little holes on the top so I can put my wire, because of course I couldn't find any handle that small. The handle is super simple. I just open a little sausage, flatten it up, twist it, put a little piece of wire inside, and then connect it through the your plastic ball. You don't have to hot glue, but I ended up just twisting the wire inside and hot glue just to make sure it was nice and firm and it wouldn't move around. And then of course I had some handles on my little barbecue on the side. I just used some toothpick. And then we're gonna do our tongs. Of course, you could just buy the tongs and put it on the board. You don't have to go to the trouble to make one. So just for the fun, I wanted to show you how easy it is to make one. You will have all the templates on my website. I just took a photo of the tongs, and that's what we're gonna use as a template. So I just open the fondant, put the picture, my template on top, cut around. I use some of these cutters that I have in home, and that you have the little wave design, and I use that to cut my template just to make it quick and easy, and then I just fold the fondant and add some paper towel to create the nice shape, let it dry, and then I just paint silver. It's quick, and the result is really cute. So the only problem with that, you can eat, but you can't play. You would not be able to pick it up in your items and your food that we're gonna add later to our barbecue. But visually it looks really good, because when you're giving the cake, people will look and it's gonna say, oh my god, if the tongs are edible. So it's up to you how far you want to go on a detail. So basically it's that is our mini barbecue on the board, finished, and she looks amazing. So now I'm going to show you how to add legs to your Weber, and how to add the legs to the structure to create these mini webs in 4 legs or 3 legs. And then we're I'm gonna show you how to do the food, that I also think is gonna be a lot of fun, and it's something that we can involve the whole family, and even the kids on Father's Day, everybody sitting around and maybe making your own food to put on a cake. So Time to have fun making our food for barbecue. Look, I could even suggest for you to take just the fondant in little packages, and then you guys can make the decorations together. Maybe it could be fun. But look, I'm going to go super easy, trying to get as closer to the realistic possible, but it's still looking a little bit character, you know, have some fun, you know. So for instance, to make the hamburger is super easy. I prefer to work with modeling chocolate because it is chocolate. I don't think anybody would like to get a big chunk of fondant like that and eat this. So modeling chocolate is much better because it's basically pure chocolate mixed with a little bit of glucose, and then you can have this Play-Doh to play with. I mix some food color and then play around with the shapes. And I did a little bit of research, me and my husband, on the weekend, so it was a lot of fun. We bought some hamburgers, some sauces, and we tried to observe how the shapes and colors work, and so we have a lot of fun. And that's the whole point, especially in times like that. Our whole point is to have fun. So I basically, to get the shape of a hamburger, for instance, that is very American, Australians love hamburgers, Brazilians love hamburgers, everybody loves hamburgers, so it's super easy. And you just open with the roller your fondant, and then I get some foil. There's some foils, you have squash all the foil, and then you make some marks on your hamburger using a plastic film. You just put on the top, you get your cutter any size you want. So for the big barbecues we can make a massively big hamburger, and for the little barbecues we can have a little one. You can also make some marks on your hamburger with your modeling tool, or just with a skewer. You can just get a skewer and make some grill marks on your hamburger. You can also get some dusty, black dusty for instance. You can burn that too if you want, like we did it with your marshmallows. You can burn it so then you get the super realistic look. And you basically get your hamburger shape. I also like it to put a little bit, after I burn, I like to put a little bit of glucose with vodka and give a little brush. It will dry a little bit, but you're gonna keep the shine. That shine will stay on your hamburger. And then of course little barbecues need to have little ones, you know, so you have to size to your barbecue just with a small cutter and same process all over again. So like I say to you, you know, you would if you wanted to just put some modeling chocolate in little bags already colored and make like little kits, and then when you give it the cake for your father, you could have some fun together making some of the food for your barbecue. So let's talk about the grill. The grill, there's so many possibilities. I don't even know where to begin. You could just make with fondant. You get a board the same size of your cake and make with fondant around and let it dry. You can use these cake stands to cool cake. You can get the market, lots of different sizes on the market. If you can't get the size you need, you can cut it like I did in here. But look, it's lots on the market to choose from. So if you're having home and it's an easy and quick option for you, use that because it looks super realistic and it will save you a lot of time. Another thing I did is I made a mold, and you guys all know my recipe to make a mold, so I just made a mold using some of these metal rings, and I just made a mold of these so you can get the size you need, and I press again the mold, and then I use a skewer and I just made the designing inside when the mold was still soft. And then by having a mold, you can put chocolate inside, or you can even use this sugar base. So then you can use, you know, I really like Deco Magic, and you have lots of different colors. You could even get the silver one already. I have a package of gold that was already open, and I just put the gel inside. And the good part about this is it's all edible, and it goes hard. When it dries, it's complete hard. So it's a great option too. Another option, is super quickie, and I will put the template on my website, is just get the template of a grill, put under a mat, and then with chocolate we pipe around. It is a little bit hard to pipe around. You have to be quite good. But look, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna have all the food on top anyway. So you do your best, then you can just paint silver and you have your grill totally edible. enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hashtag me if you recreate one of these ideas. Also, don't forget to visit my website where you will find more information about this video and some templates, and my book that you can purchase, my book and my structures. And thank you so much for your supporting a small business and artists all over the world. Thank you.